I am here to do my last pregnancy update ever. At least with this pregnancy, unless we have another one, but my last pregnancy update. I am 36 weeks pregnant and I have a lot to update you guys on. I had a doctor's appointment today and I am going to get into that. And it was very interesting. And so I really wanted to get this last pregnancy update out. And so I'm going to update you guys on everything that I've experienced the past couple weeks, how my appointment went, and how baby's doing this week. So we'll get into that app first, and then we'll get into the good stuff. Well, the interesting stuff, I should say. So baby is the size of a ripe papaya. Yes, a ripe papaya this week. After this week, 37 weeks is near term. That's when Delaney was born. And so she is about 6 pounds and 19 inches long. So I'm so curious as to what she weighs. Delaney was 7'10", so a lot more than 6 pounds. I do feel like she's going to be smaller than what Delaney was. I could be totally wrong, but I'd really just feel like that. So we'll see very soon. So that is basically it. I just kind of like to see what she's the size of in my app and see how much she weighs and how long she is basically. So that is it. My symptoms this past couple weeks, I can definitely tell I'm getting near the end of this pregnancy and I'm so much more tired. I don't have the energy to do as much as I was doing before. I don't have the energy just to go out and do things, and I feel like we've definitely done that because I want to kind of keep it up for my kids, but I've definitely been trying to rest a lot more, and so I've been sleeping so good at night still. And I know that's about to come to an end when I have a newborn, but I'm really trying to soak that in, how well I'm sleeping at night. Baby girl, her movement has decreased this week, and I mentioned that a little bit in a vlog, and I know that's can be typical as long as it's not significant. But there's been a few days this week that I've actually been kind of worried about it, and I haven't actually called my doctor because once I laid down she would start moving, and so I knew as long as she was moving they probably wouldn't do anything about that anyway. So I definitely made sure to keep an eye on that, but I didn't mention it to him today. We have gotten pretty much, we're ready for baby. I am actually about to get her clothes and put them in the wash and try to get that done today, especially after my appointment. And I think I'm gonna go ahead and get into the appointment just because I feel like that's probably like what you're here for. Like, when's baby coming? How'd your appointment go? So I had my 36-week doctor's appointment today, and it did not go the smoothest. As soon as I got there, they did my weight, checked my blood pressure. It was really high. She made me lay on my left side, and it did come back down after that, which it normally does for most people until you get to that point where it's kind of going to stay up and not come back down. If you have blood pressure issues, I guess I should say. But it was pretty high, probably the highest it's been. But like I said, it did come back down once I laid down. But also, I mentioned about the movement thing, and I had actually, when I got to my appointment this morning, I had not felt any movement at all. And so she wanted to go, the nurse said, well, when that happens, we want to do an NST, a non-stress test, to make sure that baby's moving fine. And so I did in twice weekly NSTs with Delaney probably the last few weeks of my pregnancy with her. I had not had one at all this pregnancy, and so it did give me peace of mind to have that and make sure everything was fine. Once she hooked me up, if you guys have never had an NST, basically they'll put 2 monitors on you. One is for contractions, one is for heartbeat and movement. And so once they hooked that up, she started moving fine. And I figured that would happen. Once I said something, she's going to be moving like crazy, and that did happen. So the NST did go well. I actually stopped my baby aspirin this week. Actually, I think Friday was my last day taking my baby aspirin. If you guys don't remember, I've been taking that since 12 weeks because that does help prevent blood pressure issues and preeclampsia. But I had to stop that at 36 weeks. So I did not bleed a lot when I went into labor because that's what aspirin's will like thin your blood, I guess. And you can bleed a lot. And so he definitely wanted me to stop that at 36 weeks. He said by that time it's done what is his job anyways, basically. So I did stop that, and literally within 2 days I noticed the swelling. And I've had swelling in my feet and my hands. I notice it more in my feet just because it's hard to notice in my hands. My rings hadn't fit in a few weeks anyways. Actually the swelling has came since Sunday, and it has actually stayed around, and it's not done that at all. So I know it was the baby aspirin that's kind of helped keep that down, keep my blood pressure okay. So since I stopped that baby aspirin, the swelling has came. It came on actually Saturday night, and it has not went down since then, and today's Tuesday. And so that was a concern as well. Just knowing that baby aspirin is pretty much out of my system, and now I don't have anything to kind of keep that down. And so I also stopped my Makena injections. My hydroxyprogesterone, I was taking that since 17 weeks to help prevent preterm labor and help prevent dilating and just going into labor early, and it really did its job. And so I'm so excited to make it this far, and just to where I am, I felt like the Makena injections really did their job. And so I haven't really had many contractions. I actually had a couple contractions yesterday, but they were like 2 and they didn't last long, and I hadn't had any real contractions since. I feel like I'm getting back into my symptoms, but let's get back into the doctor's appointment. I had to say that. So after the NST, my doctor came in and they did the Group B strep today. He checked my cervix, all that. I was positive for Group B strep with Delaney, so we'll see if I am this time. If I am positive, I think they'll just have to run antibiotics while I'm in labor. But he also checked me, and I didn't know if I'd be dilated at all with Delaney at this point. At 37 weeks, the day I went in for induction, I was already dilated to a 5, so I was like, surely I've made a little progress. But then again, I just stopped the Makena less than a week ago, and I know that'll stay in my system for 7 to 10 days. So I was curious to whether I would dilate right now or wait until like the weekend after the Makena was out of my system. But I am dilated to a 2. So I don't remember if I was a face. I think you told me, but I can't remember. We had so much going on. But I am dilated to a 2, which I'm glad to have some progress. Especially because we also talked about, he went ahead and done blood work that checks, I think, liver enzymes, something to do with preeclampsia. He checked my blood work, and he sent off the urine test for creatinine levels, for basically like protein in the urine and all that. And so I feel like I'm all over the place with this. I feel like I've had so much going on this morning. So he went ahead and checked those levels, and he talked to me today. He said, we need to go ahead and induce. I'm trying to think of how to put this. He told me that basically I know I've said I'm going down the road of preeclampsia again, especially since I've stopped that baby aspirin, something to help with that. He said we need to go ahead and intervene. And so depending on the blood work that will come back tomorrow, he is calling me as soon as that comes back and letting me know when the intervention needs to be set. But he said plan on having the baby on Monday. Basically plan on having the baby by Monday, if not before. He said the benefits of going ahead and inducing you outweigh the risks of the preeclampsia getting worse and the blood pressure getting worse. Preeclampsia affects your kidneys. It can also affect the baby and the placenta, and he's very cautious about that. He's very cautious about preeclampsia coming on and catching it and doing something about it. So I'm at the point now where baby will be perfectly fine. I'm almost 37 weeks, and so he's wanting to get me to that 37-week mark, but he did say, I will call you as soon as I get those results back, and we will determine if we need to intervene right now or can we wait until the end of the week, Sunday or Monday. So we should have a baby by Monday. I'm thinking. I will definitely keep you guys updated on how it's going, and we'll see after he gets all those results back tomorrow. But he did say if those levels are increased, he will go ahead and intervene. And so it could be this week, it could be tomorrow, it could be Friday, we could wait until I hit that 37-week mark on Sunday or Monday. But the way he talked, it will be Monday, if not a few days before. And he said, I'm totally fine with going ahead a few days before, because if you are developing preeclampsia, we want to go ahead and get her out. And basically the risks of going ahead and inducing me the benefits of inducing me outweigh the risk of what can happen if things get worse. And so I don't know the exact date, but she should be here in less than a week, which is crazy. Like, I really wanted to be able to go into labor on my own, but then again, I just want baby to be healthy, especially because I've noticed that decrease in movement. Also, that kind of scares me, but like I said, I really wanted to try to do it on my own this time and go into labor. But then again, I want a healthy baby, and I want things to go well with me as well. Yeah, baby should be here very soon. Like I said, you guys need to follow me on Instagram. That's where you'll get the first updates on baby, when I'm in labor, and all of that. So that's kind of all I know right now. The appointment was very interesting. I kind of did not expect to go in there and hear all this. I did not expect to go in there and him say, we need to probably go ahead and get this baby out by Monday. And so things are up in the air at this point as to what day. It could be before then. Really what we're waiting on now is those blood work results, and just kind of see if they are elevated from last time we checked the urine and all that, and just kind of go from there. So I'm waiting on his call tomorrow, and we will see. But like I said, follow me on Instagram. I will update there. I'll get Ethan to update something, but we're excited and can't wait to meet her. We just want a healthy baby. I'd love to be able to make it until I hit 37 weeks, but I just want a healthy baby. And so we'll see if I'm able to make it. I would love to be able to make it until Sunday or Monday. So hopefully those blood results will come back okay and stable enough to get me to that point. And so I just really wanted to give you guys this update. I feel like I'm all over the place, and I feel like we've had so much going on this morning with all this news and just how the appointment went. And I hope I got everything out there like I wanted to, but yeah, I just wanted to do this last pregnancy update in case I did not have time to do it tomorrow. And so I'm excited to see what's going to happen, and excited for baby to get here. And I know our whole family is so excited. Delaney's so excited. Ren don't know what's going on, but I know she's going to be excited. And so I'm going to go ahead and show you guys the last belly shot. All right, this is the best angle I can get in our room. Excuse the feed and all that, but this is my last belly shot on these updates. So this is the belly from the side, and then here's from the front. Can't believe this is my last pregnancy update and my last belly shot. Anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and end this video. Make sure you're following us on Instagram. Get ready for some updates soon. And like I said, I hope I got everything out as I wanted to. It's just been a crazy morning. So hope you guys enjoyed this video. Stay tuned for more updates and a birth vlog, name reveal, and all that. So hope you guys enjoyed it, and I will see you guys hopefully tomorrow. Bye.